Grab your telescopes, the universe has some spectacular shows lined up. This January, witness Comet C2024 G3 Atlas set to outshine Venus and Jupiter. Plus, don't miss the super-close Venus and Saturn conjunction and Mars at its brightest. Welcome to Between Dimensions, your gateway to the wonders of the cosmos.
Hi, and welcome to Between Dimensions. I'm Monica Gonzalez, an astrologer and spiritual healer. And boy, do we have a lot going on in the stars, in the skies. We've got a comet, we've got Mars super close, we have Saturn Venus conjunction, Neptune North Node conjunction, Pluto Sun conjunction. And we're going to dive deep into all of that. But before we get started, let's do our sound cleansing. Just close your eyes and relax. If you watched my 2025 important astrological dates video, you'll know that 2025 is a doozy. And man, has it begun with a bang in all sorts of ways. So, I mentioned in that video that today, January 16th, Mars will be its closest to Earth. At the same time, Mars is also opposite the Sun. So as I mentioned in that video, that's where the Mars energy and the Sun energy are doing this little like tug of war. Sun is representative of the self. Mars is representative of action. However, what I didn't mention is that Mars is also in retrograde. So what does that mean? What's retrograde? Well, for those of you who don't know, retrograde is when the planet appears as if it's moving backwards in the sky, even though it's not. It's just the difference between the speeds of the orbits makes it appear as if it's moving backwards. But energetically, basically, a retrograde is the antithesis to the energy of that planet as when it's direct. So when Mars is direct, it's the energy of action, courage, honesty, bravery, assertiveness, boundaries, a little bit of, aggression. But when it is retrograde, it has now become the energy of sluggishness, people-pleasing, lack of boundaries, lack of confidence. It's kind of got this like doormat vibes kind of feel to it. And unfortunately, Mars went into retrograde on December 6th, and it's not going direct until February 24th. So we're sitting with this energy for a little bit. But good news. This is a great time to release any anger issues you have. It's a great time to reflect on any past traumas where there may have been where it was infused with anger or hostility or violence. It's a great time to develop feelings of compassion and patience. It's literally calling us to do this. It's calling us to heal those past wounds where, anger was directed at us and hurt us. So take the time. Remember, we're going to be feeling a little bit sluggish. So take the time to relax, rest, recuperate, and heal those wounds. At the same time, we have this comet going through our skies right now. It's C2024 G3 Atlas, and I think it's a pretty big guy, right? And it hit its perihelion on January 13th. And a perihelion is the point in space, the date in space where the orbit of that celestial body is closest to the sun. So this comet was closest to the sun on January 13th. Astrologically, we view this as the energy of that comet increases and magnifies as it's approaching the sun. It hits perihelion, which is, at its height, and then it starts diminishing once it passes the sun and it's moving away from us. So historically, comets have been seen as a symbol of change and transformation. It's also been the omen of disasters, so hurricanes, floods, earthquakes, tsunamis, and fires. And my heart goes out to anyone affected by the fires in LA. It's devastating, it's horrible. And not sure if there's a connection between this comet and that, but can see why the ancient civilizations would have definitely coupled the two. So this is that energy that we're going through right now. And it makes somewhat sense. You have this huge rock hurtling through space, rippling out energy, and it's hitting all these planets as it's going by, and it's hitting the people on those planets, namely us. So we'll see what happens with this energy over the next few days. But a little bit of better news, we also have Venus conjunct Saturn. And that's a much lighter, happier energy. Thank God, right? So Saturn is the energy of discipline, practicality, routine, age, and wisdom. And Venus is the energy of love, comfort, luxury, pleasure. And these two energies are coming super close together in the sky and infusing the space with, it's also in Pisces. So Pisces is that dreamy, empathetic, creative energy. So if you are working on a creative project, a passion project, or you work in a creative field, you're going to be feeling, or you can draw on the Saturn energy of discipline to get that thing done. We're going to be feeling very productive. We're going to be feeling, which is great it's going to help to combat that sluggishness we're getting from Mars, so that we can find the love in the mundane, in the discipline that we need to have. So in order to get these projects done, in order to see some of our creative projects come to completion. In our health, in our personal lives, it's going to be a great time to, really stick to our routines, to stick to any clean eating we might be doing, any good habits we've been forming, any New Year resolutions we put. We're going to feel an extra boost from Saturn and Venus to stick with those great habits and continue them through the year. In love, you're going to find the energy to be, although we still have the dreamy energy from Pisces, the quality of the love is going to take on a little bit more of a mundane, practical nature, but in a good way, where you might feel a little bit stuck in a rut or again sluggish from having to do chores. Now you're going to be doing those chores hopefully with your loved one, and when you do it together, it's going to feel a little bit easier. It's going to feel, you're going to appreciate the fact that you have someone to do those mundane tasks with. You're going to feel this collaborative energy between you two, getting, being productive together and accomplishing all the things you want to accomplish, and just crossing off that to-do list. If you're single, don't worry, this is a great time for you too, especially if you happen to be dating or possibly by chance might meet someone who's a little bit older, or if not older, then someone who's a little bit more disciplined, a little bit more practical. You're going to be attracted to someone who seems to have their shit together, basically. You're going to be like, oh, this is great. Maybe it's not that whirlwind passion you expected with the butterflies in your stomach, but you're going to find someone who is going to fit into your life, possibly a little bit older, because Saturn is the energy of age, but someone who's maybe a little bit wiser, a little bit more disciplined, to help you regiment your life a little bit differently in a good way. And you're going to be drawn to that stability, to that routine, to that energy of security. You're going to know, like, oh, like, yeah, it's not that crazy, like, overblown, passionate love you're expecting, but man, isn't it nice to, like, know that this person, maybe they text you every morning, maybe they set a date with you and they come through, they don't ghost you, maybe they bring you flowers. It's going to be more about the little things and the little ways that you're either your dating relationship or someone new in your life, or maybe your husband, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever, they're going to be showing you their love in these little ways, and you're going to have a profound appreciation for it. So yay. Now back to the scary part. So lastly, we have Pluto conjuncting the Sun in Aquarius. And the Sun enters Aquarius on January 19th at 3:02 p.m. And if you watched my Pluto enters Aquarius video, you'll know that Pluto is the planet of transformation. It's the planet of death, rebirth, destruction. It's the planet of new beginnings. So yay. And then we have Aquarius, which is the energy of humanitarianism, social reform, community, the collective. So when we have Pluto conjuncting the Sun, we're going to experience this energy both on an individual and a collective level. And on the individual level, we're going to feel this need to succeed. And Aquarius is also ruled by Uranus, which is the planet of change. So you might feel this need to change in some way, or desire to change, like not for anyone else, but for yourself, because all of a sudden you're going to get this epiphany that, like, oh, why don't I do it this way instead? And so you're going to notice that this change is going to help manifest the things that you want to manifest. So that's the good news. Yay. Okay. On the collective level, what we're going to see is outdated attitudes and beliefs are going to be eliminated. So basically, anything that does not serve the collective is going to be destroyed. If you or anyone you know or a group of people are doing anything that is not for the betterment of mankind, this is the period of time where that darkness is going to be exposed. And we've been experiencing this and we've been seeing this, but it's going to be interesting to see this as the Pluto is conjunct to the Sun in Aquarius. Now the Sun's in Aquarius, Pluto's in Aquarius, and we're all in Aquarius. Yay. So if you're doing good for humanity, if you are, donating things to help people, giving your time to bring happiness to others in so many different ways. You could be the star of a play, you could be writing a book, you could be you could be a firefighter, you could be a police person. If you are doing the things if the things that you do are helping mankind, you're going to notice that the path for whatever you do is going to be cleared away, and it's going to be just super easy to manifest and get everything done that you want to get done. But if you are not doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, you're going to be met with resistance and possibly violence. So reflect on that. Do the right things. We should all be doing the right things. I don't know why some people, and I'm not talking about doing the right thing for you. Not for you, not for selfish you. Not for egotistical you. Not so that you could have a huge ass mansion somewhere you. Do the right thing. You know, we all know right from wrong, generally, mostly, right? So make sure you're doing the right thing. And if you're not, people are going to know, because this energy is going to shine a light on it. And I do find that it's very interesting that this conjunction is happening right before Inauguration Day. I don't know what that means. We will see. I hope that it means nothing. I hope that everything goes smoothly without a hitch, but I don't know, because we have Pluto conjunct the Sun in Aquarius in the 12th house too, which is the house of the subconscious, which is the house of esotericism, the occultism, mysticism, spirituality. So I'm like, okay. We got this comet going through at the same time. We've got the Mars being super close to Earth. So it's just all these energies that all seem to run with the same theme of transformation and change and destruction. So we'll see what happens, you know? That's all we can do, is see and try to do the 3 R's. And for me, my 3 R's are reflect. So reflect upon, what am I doing? How am I living my life? Am I living my life, to the best way I can? Am I living a life that if I told someone everything I do, will I be proud of it, or will I be ashamed? Do I feel the need to hide anything I'm doing? Right now, no, I'm not. I'm doing astrology videos, so take that for what it is. You want to reflect. You want to rest, because this is a very turbulent time. If you watch Stefan Burns, who I love, on YouTube, you would know that this is also, we're in solar maximum, and right now we've got a ton of sunspots and solar flares that are going to probably hit the Earth over the next couple of days, so we got that going on too. But all of this energy bombarding us is going to, plus that Mars energy, is going to make us feel a little run down. So take the time to rest. That's the second R. So reflect, rest, and then resolve. And resolving is through whichever means you want: meditation, journaling, therapy, talk therapy, whatever ceremony, however you do ceremonies, whatever way you want to. It's a time to heal and let go of any baggage you're carrying on to, because that's just going to weigh you down. And really, what all this energy means at the end of the day is that we're going through a soul evolution. Our bodies have evolved, but a lot of us are still in that ape mentality of, I'm stronger than you, I'm better than you, I'm bigger than you. And now it's time for our souls to evolve. That's what all of this is meant to do. It's to push us out of our comfort zones and to test us. Because that's the universe's favorite thing, is to throw things at us and see how are you going to react. It's really important to stay grounded, to stay calm, to stay in faith and trust. If you have a faith, know that you're going to be okay. Know that there is nothing that's going to harm you. You are an eternal being. There really is no death. There isn't. The body dies, but consciousness lives on. I truly believe that. And so no matter what happens, everything's going to be okay. And trust your intuition. Feel it inside your body. Like, decide for yourself through discernment if what you're hearing sounds right, sounds wrong, sounds real. Does it resonate with you? Does it feel good to you? If it feels good, generally, that means it's the right thing to do. So do the 3 R's: reflect, rest, resolve. Stay grounded, stay calm, stay in trust, stay in faith, trust your intuition. And with that, I am going to let you go. You can find me at YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for as long as it's around, which might not be much longer, but you can find me there. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, or you can email me at betweendimensions111@gmail.com. Just as a reminder, I can deep dive into any of this stuff with you. I do natal chart readings, transit chart readings, synastry readings, or we could just talk about like what's going on in this world energetically at this time, because there's a lot going on. So you know where to find me. Come look. And with that, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend between now and Monday. We'll see what happens Monday. If something happens, you heard it here first. But hopefully nothing happens. Okay. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.